Let me start with a big news for us. And the big news for us is that we are the first positive carbon bank in Guatemala. This is something that we achieved in the last months, and we received the certification in this week. That certification recognizes our effort to measure our footprint or carbon footprint and to compensate and be more positive, be carbon positive. This is part of the strategy, but the presentation is about how a company, a bank, some financial institution that nothing to do with these kind of things is doing this. Why a company, entrepreneur, is doing this kind of effort to be net positive to the environment here in Guatemala in all Central America. Well, this started a little time ago. All you know about Adam Smith and the Wealth of Nations, and say that in open market people will pursue their own interests or growing and prospering, and that will also allow nation to prosper. This is the economic impact. But he also said people have a natural tendency to care about the well-being of others for no other reason than the pleasure one gets from seeing them happy. There are the two things that started 2 centuries ago: economic prosperity and social prosperity. Actually, let's see, in 2011, Michael Porter, the guru of business, started thinking about how to face capitalism. What means capitalism in the new century? 10 years later, Paul Polman and Andrew Winston put this book in the stores, Net Positive. Paul Polman was the CEO of Unilever for more than a decade. And he started to try to change the company and say, we can do more. We can do different. We can make products that make profits, but also has a positive impact in the society. And after that, he wrote this powerful book, Net Positive. Well, he invited companies to do that. And in Central America, in our case, we see the call, we listen to the call, and we take the challenge. And what means as a net positive strategy? Means move from net negative, just take from resources, and move not just net zero, that means zero impact, but more than that, positive impact. Contribute to the society more than you take it. Actually, net positive strategy to us means maximize economic. Remember, economic. No cash, no way. We need to produce profits. Profits is that help us to invest. Profits help us to think about this. And the challenge is how to blend this, how to maximize economic, environmental, and social value for everyone around us. Of course, we need to change, because it's not just about the profits. It's about how we produce that profits, how we make the things that help us to grow. And the important thing is why. In the last decades, in the 80s, I grew in the 80s, in the crisis of Central America, high inflation, high poverty, more than now for the new ones. really hard times for Central America in the 80s, civil wars. The challenge was others. Why now is important the net positive strategy? Well, from our own data, people expect it. 75% of people want to see CEOs take the lead on social and environmental issues. Right now, we have a challenge as society, a challenge of untrust. The people don't trust in another. The people don't trust in the institution. The people don't trust in the media, in the press. But many of us, all of us, buy things and use clothes, buy our goods, use our cell phones, use our computers. We need it. And then we start to trust in the company that provide us with the services. 56% people who think that capitalism as it currently exists does more harm than good to society. And this is a big challenge because there are no more mechanisms or there are no more successful mechanisms in the world history that capitalism to generate prosperity. Today, we are better than decades before, just because we have here in Central America open markets. We have free trade agreements. We have more commerce. We have these kind of events because we are an open market system where the ideas can flow, innovation can spark, because we have capitalism. The question is, what kind of capitalism we want? We want a new kind of capitalism. Clients, customers want it. And this is a survey that we make with in our customers, and they say 38% say, well, actually, we value a lot the functional value. But also, increasingly, and more in the young generation, that a lot that they see here are thinking about garbage, rivers, all the social ecosystem. And then this is a challenge for us as companies to be trusted. And then it's about functional value, social environmental value, and of course, personal value. Nobody wants a product that will be green, but no works. We need the three things. And it's very interesting too, our employees want it. The people want a purpose. The people want to know that every morning when they go to the work, to the job, it's job for something. It's job for something that matters, for something better than them. And this is the kind of thing that we can accomplish as a company with a strategy focused in net positive strategy. Of course, the world needs it. We have a lot of challenges about mitigate all the change that we see around in climate and the growing population. And well, this is very inspiring for us in Central America particularly, because we have a lot of challenge as back. We have presence from Panama to Guatemala. We serve all the population in the 6 countries. And of course, we can be successful as company in a failed societies. And then the challenge is how to contribute to success societies too. And then what means net positive? Number 1, of course, and remember, create more economic value. Create more economic value. In our case, as a bank, we grew 10-12% by year. As I mentioned before, we are the biggest financial organization in the region, and we work hard to create economic value for our customers, for all our stakeholders. Create more value for the planet, and we have a lot of initiatives. We spark innovation in different products. Try to use, as we call, three Googles, the social, environment, and economic goal. See the products in different ways, how these achieve the three things. And bio or debit and credit cards that are biodegradable is one of the examples that we are trying to do and doing every day. And of course, create more social value. Social value is starting from inside. In our case, we create a program that we call possibilities, to help the people that are more affected by problems in their houses, employability of their families, incomes in the family, disabilities in their family, to help them to grow. Then how to win? The challenge is not creating a strategy that allows us to beat the market, but improving the market at the same time. And this is the challenge. It's not a corporate social responsibility as before we have for 25 years, but how this is right now our strategy. Create three times value. And we see what happened around the world, and we see a lot of speakers today about emerging technologies, and this is the good thing. It's the time in history that we have more knowledge than never before. We have a lot of experience, cases. We are trying to achieve new things, new heights. And then we have the technology to help us to confront these challenges. Also, there are a lot of alliances that we can do. Actually, we have different alliances here in Guatemala, for example, for all the thing about recycling. How to recycle. There are new law in Guatemala, to recycle all, to separate, recycle, etc. We are working with that with different alliances, also as this Net Zero Coalition. And the strategy starts with what you measure. Of course, all the companies here are used to measure market share, productivity, efficiency, competitiveness, profitability, revenues. Well, in our case, in any good strategy, we need to start to measure also the social and environmental impact. The first question is very challenging. Is the world better because we exist? Is Guatemala better because we exist? Who is helping Guatemala to achieve their potential? We are doing that. And then we define ambitious, concrete, and public goals. And this is very important. Walk the talk while putting goals. The companies are used to measure everything, to ask for results, for put the people in teams to create things, to create ideas, to put in works. Well, it's the same here in a net positive strategy. Put the people together to create and to work this strategy. And then it's an exercise to understand what are our strategic goals, how are our goals, mixed and blended with economic value, environmental value, and social value, and put the company to work through these strategic goals. In our case, we have 12 strategic objectives. As you can see, economic value in 3 different objectives, environmental values, also external social values, but also internal social value as the program that I talked before, because we need to start with our people. And we started with our people. And we translate this in our corporate strategy for all Central America, for all Back Guatemala too, how to run the company with integral risk, efficiency, grow, putting the life in the center of the strategy, and of course, maximizing the 3 value proposition. And we want to be a net positive bank in all the three issues. And we started today, as I mentioned before, to be a net positive carbon organization. And this is our purpose. This is the things that challenge us, that motivate us, that inspire us, our teams, more than 3,000 people in Guatemala, 20,000 people in Central America. Reimagine banking to generate prosperity in the communities we serve. Reimaginar la banca para generar prosperidad en las comunidades que servimos. And if you can help me with this video. Thank you. My last word, invite you to join us to reimaginar Guatemala. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As we're finishing our stage Atitlan today with our panelists, I would like any of you, if you have any input or any questions regarding today, feel welcome to raise your hand, or if you want to ask him any questions, because we're all part of this new initiative. Thank you very much.
Always great to see you and listen to the Reimagining the Banca proposal. But I imagine it took a long time to come to this moment when you have your vision, your purpose, the objectives that you presented, and we see it today very simple here. How long did it take, and was it hard for the bank to take the step forward to make the changes that this will take?
Yes, of course. Was a wonderful history because actually it took us around 6 months and different meetings, and was actually we were, at the end of the pandemic, and then our CEO in Central America is starting to discuss about this, and then create work teams and they start to put or to challenge to simplify all our objectives, strategies, and what it really means back in the next 20 years. And was very inspirational because he invited all the teams, all the countries to participate in different issues, and was an open discussion. Of course, there was someone in charge to coordinate everything, but I take note that this is very inside of the DNA of the company because it was very inclusive. All the people that participate from Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Guatemala, of course, and all the people participated in this, and we have these results. And then right now it's running through our body in all the countries, and especially here in Guatemala, that we have a lot of challenge, and we want to see the opportunity to contribute more to reimagining Guatemala.
Yeah, I'm a witness of that. Your whole team is very compromised. Congratulations, and thanks for the wonderful support you're giving us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't know, before we wrap up, I'm asking again, is there anyone that would like to make a question or congratulate our speaker or have any input on the event? One last thought before we leave? No? All right. Thank you, guys, for being here. You make this possible. Thank you, our volunteers.
Thank you.